bottom of like bottom tier, not very bottom tier, but in the bottom tier area because Kirby can struggle with a lot of stuff. But Kirby's got a crazy combo game. Like I know the speed can be an issue, especially when they're trying to move around the air. But the combo game is next level to none. Like it's insane with the conversions that JeJaJa is able to get, how much pressure they're able to put. But we're seeing Lucina on screen here, and while Kirby can find a way in, the problem that Kirby faces is the same problem that a lot of other characters face, is that your hitbox is also your hurt box.
Yep. Brawler archetype versus a sword, especially one that's small, and it's going to be hard to be able to get in consistently. Granted, he makes it work. Also, I would not be surprised in this set if we go to FD and we see JeJaJa stand at the ledge, because that's happened multiple times. He has straight up cheesed people out of games. It's like, well, we're going to go to FD, and I'm going to camp because I'm not above that. Hey, you get the dub sometimes, but his combo game is opening. He has to navigate around Dolphin Slash out of combos because they're not all true, but some people don't have an option out of that. And Dolphin Slash is a good one. So if he decides to let go, let him with the Dolphin Slash, that's a hard punish. So I think it's going to be big on how much he capitalizes on those opportunities given to him. Because if you don't, Lucina keeps you out the entire time, and Kirby is light. He's going to die super early.
And we see Town and City is the choice here for the starting stage. What do you think of the choice here, Flambo?
I mean, because I'm trying to think about what does the stage provide to Kirby right now. Granted, you do have a little bit of piracy in there, so it's like, all right, I'm not going to die to like up tilt super early, but then like other than that, I'm like the platforms, I don't really feel like they. Well, what is Kirby doing on the plat? You know what I mean? I'm like, wait, what is he?
Not too much, yeah. I mean, maybe if you get an up throw on one of the higher platforms, maybe you get something. But generally, it's going to be those side blasts one's going to be coming into play for both characters.
Or
like
maybe it's like moving in, take him on the
He could rock.
dunk,
He could rock.
Yeah, he could rock.
Yeah, he can also press any other button.
I think one thing that we could see out of this stage, in particular for Kirby, in terms of getting around Lucina's play, is Lucina's a ledge trap monster, great character at it, and edge guarding, but she is a commit to edge guard character. She throws out one forward air or a counter possibly on an up B. What does that platform on the outside do? It gives JeJaJa a second second route to go to. Now it's not free. You still got to dodge that fairer than there, but it's gonna make ShinyMark second guess. Is he gonna go high or is he gonna go low?
Alpha Slash already, man. 13.
Hey, man.
Keep track at home, folks.
You got a good option. I mean, you may as well use it. But here we go. We're going to get that forward throw right into the forward air. That's going to lead up to quite a bit of damage. That's the other thing he's going to be looking for there. When he starts getting these combos or these ground forward airs, he's going to be looking for that turnaround back air. And honestly, that thing has a lot more kill power than people give it credit for. And he could be taking some pretty early stocks off the sides.
What was that? And why?
Sometimes you got to do things when you're a little tier.
Yeah, listen, you're seeing exactly what we talked about before, the range that Lucina has to work with here. And you can see why, you would want that here, as that backer is going to connect. Not going to be able to kill just yet, but, he got grabbed by Kirby once and he got hit for 43, so... it's going to be definitely a lot of resetting in neutral, like we mentioned earlier. Lucina is not very flashy. Gets the job done, though, as, ShinyMark continue to add on to this lead.
But that's the hard part, right? Like, at low percents, Kirby's just like, I'm going to grab you, because they have a pretty solid game plan at that point, because they do have conversions off the grab at, like, really low percents. But then the moment you hit mid-percent, that's when it becomes like, what do I do now? It's like he's throwing out dash attacks, haven't gotten a whole lot of... As I say, he finally gets it to hit. Yeah,
now he's reaching those up tilt back air windows where you got to be very careful. And even there out of shield tech, but just runs up. He recognized that ShinyMark was just kind of empty jumping, going for fading thairs a whole lot. So risking it heavily there, but found that dash attack.
Oh, doesn't get it.
Well,
he can rock.
He can rock, yeah.
But no, honestly, just a really good gameplay between the two of them. JeJaJa, again, is very aware of when to get aggressive on the opponent. Very good at noticing like situations like, doing the fade back there, getting up there, throwing out that down smash. The down smash will shift his hurt box as well, so he's able to kind of get away with some stuff like that. But I think another situation he was looking for is you trying to get a down tilt earlier, so he could probably try to get a trip, and that would lead to a forward smash. And when you can't kill Kirby before like Rage starts coming out here, you could be losing a stock very quickly.
Yeah, another thing you got to watch over Kirby too is that one of the few kill situations he's got besides that is spot dodge read, single hit forward air into F smash. That does work. So if you're ShinyMark, you're kind of staying airborne the majority of the time because you don't want to spot dodge in front of him.
Now, one thing I'm realizing,
he did the rock.
So I was going to say, I was like, oh, what does Kirby get on this stage from the platforms? And now we've seen actually quite a few times here, if he does final cutter on the plat, he gets to cancel it earlier, right? So he lands on the plat with it, then you throw out the projectile, and he's been able to hit my dude with it quite a bit. So
Late hit a dash that can connect there as JeJaJa continued add on to this, or I was going to say, was trying to get himself back into the thick of things here, but that up smash will connect. So, even stock things, all things across the board for a matchup that's looked really, really hard in some exchanges here in neutral. He's doing a pretty good job of keeping it close.
Yeah, he ran right into that dancing wedge just head on. He's like, "You gonna slap me like that?"
So, but like, just watching as like Kirby can literally take out this entire game by himself. Canonically, put it that way.
Yeah.
So, like, the natural fear that Lucina has, like, no, go away. Like the fly swatter spec's actually pretty viable here. Watch out for that down air though, and the good spacing on that final cutter. Like, just getting away. Actually, air cut on the final cutter, but just using the up B to get away. You have to make sure you time that right, otherwise you're dead.
This is even.
Oh, you can rock.
Yeah, right now, I mean, now he's got the stage advantage. Oh, he definitely took.
Like a rock.
Oh, man.
Anyway, good use of the Dolphin Slash to start the game, Dolphin Slash to end the game. So, but like we were talking about, that matchup, on paper does not look good for Kirby. And JeJaJeJa did a really good job keeping it close.
Yeah.
Good
Like,
job.
look, kind of reminded me of the Oregon Trail where this man was making a lot of bad decisions that cost him his life. Like, he decided to challenge Dolphin Slash 3 times off stage. What are you doing?
I mean, hey, you didn't get punished for it, I think, the first 2 times. He's like, what's the heck could happen the
lost 2
third time?
stocks
What are you
to
doing?
it, though.
Oh, he did lose 2 stocks to it.
he
Yeah,
missed
you're
the
right,
tech
you're right.
twice.
You can't tech dysentery, unfortunately.
I was like, in Oregon Trail, you make good decisions and your stuff dies anyway.
That's true.
So that is part of the problem when you're playing like a low tier character anyway. Like low tier mains in general, they know they're going to take damage. They know they got to be careful how they play certain matchups. And honestly, JeJaJeJa has been doing a really good job. JeJaJeJa actually gets coached by Ice Killer. I'm sure we've all seen Ice Killer on Twitter at one point or another. Fantastic person. But yeah, like when you play a character like this, you got to work on certain matchups, relevant matchups like that. You got to know what hitboxes you need to be throwing out, when you need to be patient. There's actually been a few times like we were seeing like the hitboxes being thrown out by Lucina, and he would actually stop, maybe crouch, because Kirby crouch is absolutely busted. Just hold shield, and he'll just like slowly move up and then finally find his hit.
All right, it's going to be Pokemon Stadium 2 to stage here for the second game. Looks again both Kalos and FD off the table here. So ShinyMark wanting no part and having to engage with Kirby without some sort of platform to protect themselves with. Oh God, jeez.
I guess a trip there. Almost got something.
Kirby's got big feet. I'd trip too.
Oh wow. Yeah, what else?
You know what? Instead of a pause, can we just cut the screen?
Good night, everybody.
All right, so we're going to get into this game here on PS2. 63-55, right? So Lucina, hey, stop! Lucina's trying, doing a really good job here. ShinyMark just kind of dictating the pace of the game, getting these hits, those fly swatter hits that we were talking about before. And oh my goodness, not going to take the stock right there, but that was certainly a little bit scary.
Yeah, you always got to watch out for Dolphin Slash on that. Oh,
Hey,
gets the tech
got
that time. I like the fade away there to try and like mix up. See, he's looking for the spot dodge right there. He's setting him up because it's like, oh, this is probably gonna be a grab at this point, right? He's holding shield a lot of time. You get that spot dodge, that would have been a dead Lucina.
Oh, smoke.
Yeah, great.
So dead Lucina.
That would have been, is what I said.
Yeah, nice parry on the back air, going to result in an up tilt kill. So ShinyMark, striking first blood here. Let's see what JeJaJeJa's response is going to be. If JeJaJeJa can get out of the corner, though.
Oh, man, this is looking rough. Yeah, taking like 20-something, 30% damage, something around that range. Just bullying him at the ledge. It's just tough.
Whoa.
It's like one of those moments where like you want Kirby's up B to be like climb hazard, where like there's kind of like stuck in hit stun the entire time. But we're watching him like B minus on hit, right? And it's like, oh man, it's like wish my character sucked. There we go.
Yeah, right now, like 93 to 133 as well. Like you're at a spot where ShinyMark can just kind of freely Dolphin Slash if he feels like it, and now he's just playing around with them, just kind of staying in center stage. Like you have to come hunt this KO on me. I don't need to approach you at this point.
Yeah, this is exactly what it comes down to. So honestly, it was a really good first game, but like ShinyMark has made such an incredible adaptation to this.
Yeah, ShinyMark up big right now. Ooh, I was gonna say he could definitely just go for go for Broken Arrow right there, but kind of overextending a bit. He's just gonna sacrifice that stock, but still up 2 stocks to 1 right now.
I go full cheese here, man. That is the play. There is nothing else to do here. You just gotta Become one with it.
Embrace your elite smash right now. It's like,
Oh, you mean kick the router?
yes.
I mean,
Do the day 2 strat right here. No. He's gotta suck him in, dude.
Yeah, he
that
was
was
forced
it.
to air dodge. All of his
Yeah.
jumps were gone at that point. That was tremendously played. Kind of textbook by how Lucina could tear apart Kirby, and there was not too much you could do. I like the switch to Lucina too because the potential of possibly getting hit a lot while Pikachu, because Pikachu's got to commit and get in on Kirby.
Yeah.
What is JeJa really good at? Combo game and big punishes at that. So switching it off to the disjoint of Lucina, better kill power, was a really smart call there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, there's just the amount of adaptation in that game was just unreal. I mean, like JeJa really played well that game 1, and then second game, it's just like ShinyMark realized, oh yeah, I forgot I have a whole sword, and I just do not have to be near Kirby at all. And honestly, we saw what happened.
Yep.
Yeah, there could have been some weird scenarios there where if ShinyMark did go Pikachu, it's like, you know, you could get like nicked by a down smash with your quick bot, your hurt box extended by quick attack. There are just some scenarios in which fighting Kirby up close can be really annoying. You know,
I mean, yeah, the big feet.
Yes,
We were talking about.
That's what you're talking
No,
about.
but
Big
actually,
shoes.
though, like from like an animation perspective,
Yeah.
right? Like Kirby and like Yoshi are like some of the biggest offenders of like how an animator will use squash and stretch, right? So
Yeah.
like the hip, like in those moves, like his feet will be like this big, and then they'll just become like 5 times the size of that for the active hitbox, and then it'll shrink again.
It's
so
like Popeye blowing his arm up or something
for like
that.
Pikachu or something, like you will actually like trade quite a bit with a character like Kirby. So I think going for Lucina was actually like the play,
Yeah.
right?
And it's a big thing where, like, especially it's a time, a tale as old as time. You know, top players not wanting to play their secondaries in bracket. Like, if you're never, it's like, what's the point of having a secondary if you're gonna be like, nah, I'm too afraid to use it in a scenario where it might count. And ShinyMark has shown that he's very adept with multiple characters. You know, both Pikachu and Lucina. So good on that as we continue on in this bracket. But first,
Yep, tale as old as time, it's chill hour. We got to talk about the fact that the people who put on the support in the background, of course. Please drop your primes and your subs. If you would like to see this continue to happen, a big part of this is the support that you provide. Please, every single prime helps out the Collision crew. Get yourself